Yes.
So faith, there should not be any dispute or any disconnection between religions, faith and education.
They both complement
I'm telling
each
you,
other.
they have one end goal, making the world a better place for everyone.
Thank you very much about that. I think you've actually expanded a lot over that. So the next thing I would like to let us deliberate over is where do you think, okay, drawing from our discussion so far, it appears that education, and perhaps even if its true purpose is often misunderstood, where do you think this misunderstanding begins? Is it in our homes, our schools, our society, or any other way you can think of, sir?
This is a very, very serious question, and it's one of the reasons we have to be having this kind of conversation. Remember when we started, you asked me that does education have a general definition, or it has been contextualized by different perspectives?
Definitely.
All right, we started having this misunderstanding about education maybe a few years back. All right,
okay.
When our attention started shifting from what really matters. Remember I just said now that one of the many ways to make the world a better place for us is actually to seek the interest of others.
Definitely.
All right,
yes.
Not your own personal ambition.
Interest, yeah.
All right, but the truth of the matter is that our country economy also have a part to play in this. You see, it is a problem when people cannot afford their basic need.
Definitely.
Almost everyone in this part of the world, and I'm being careful with my choice, we say I've seen this part of the world.
Definitely.
I've activated an hustler mode. They just want to survive. And it's just because, to an extent, the community, the economy is making it hard for them.
Actually.
It is when everything, to an extent, is kind of settled, you can actually think straight and even think more about the benefit of others. But when you find yourself in this kind of situation that many of us in this part of the world find ourselves, everybody has just activated that hustler mood. Just do anything just for you and your family to survive. And because you started following that path, all right, our definition of success have started shifting. We've now gotten to a point whereby the end justify the means, which is not meant to be. And this problem is collective. You know why?
Why?
People in the society tend to respect people more when they are successful, regardless of how they got it. So people that are now coming up in this generation are like, if that is the case, I think the end goal is just to have this money, have this success.
Definitely.
Since if I eventually become successful, nobody will really care about how I got it.
Definitely.
Recently I've been seeing videos of what Nigerians are doing to thieves when they catch them. I'm not advocating for thieves or all of those things.
Actually, but
you get what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
But why will you do this kind of dehumanizing thing to somebody that stole bread?
Definitely, that's not right.
And our politicians that stole billions, when they come, we give them applause. It is so, we can make a common assumption that somebody that stole bread, you can guess the cause is hunger.
Definitely.
It's hunger.
Definitely.
It's hunger that put the person under pressure.
Definitely.
Many things because the government has failed to provide some basic needs. So people are not just doing anything to survive.
Definitely.
And some of us that have the fear of God because of the way we've been trained and some things we believe in, that we are kind of being restrained and we have this contentment. People that do not have these godly values can do anything.
Actually.
Just to get it. Alright, so people now steal bread and some other things. You are doing this kind of a thing to them. Some people are stealing billions. They come, you give them a round of applause. Alright, I heard of somebody that was moving past in a car and he put his hand outside with some money, and grown-up men were running after the money. But I don't want us to get distracted. I'm saying all of this just to build my point.
Yes.
To answer your question, that where do we start having this misunderstanding about it, is because of what the society is becoming.
Definitely.
That is what is shifting our definition about this education of a thing.
Definitely.
If you still want to follow the normal rule of education being a knowledge
Yes.
that transforms you so that you
Yes.
can contribute positively to the society.
Definitely.
Alright, but now it does not become, it's like it has been altered. It is now knowledge, maybe negative or positive.
Positive.
You become the person not to give anything to the community, but to even take from the
From
community.
the community.
So if you are going to have this right perspective about education, alright, we have to go back to the basic, that we acquire knowledge to become a transformed person so that we can contribute positively to the community.
Definitely.
And when we have to have this conversation is what I said, that this problem is collective. Every one of us must play a part in this. And that was what I was saying about the pillar culture, right?
Definitely.
Doing a content creation is not a problem.
Yes.
But don't let us ridicule people that are doing well in
Yes.
other sector.
Definitely.
Alright? Every one of us, we must learn to appreciate people that are really putting their effort and doing things legally and with integrity.
Yes, definitely.
You know, some parents, if you go home with a car or something like that, they won't celebrate with you. Your father will call you into his room, my son, Alpha, where did you get money to do this, to do that?
Definitely.
Well, in recent times, it's like a parent did not care. They say, finally, God has answered my prayer.
My son has made it.
My son has made it.
That is it.
Whatever, they don't
They
care.
don't want to. Yes, actually.
They don't care. So if you are going to go back to the basis of education, it has to start from our community. I remember what I said, if you can live by this principle, it will really help us. When we seek the interests of others, alright, the world become a better place for us. And secondly, every time you sow a seed of corruption, it goes around to become a tree, and you come back and eat the fruit. And we also sow a seed of integrity, it also goes around to become a tree, and come back and eat the fruit.
Definitely.
So is it not better for us to start sowing that seed of integrity now, so that we can have many fruit to eat in the future?
So holistically, what you've been trying to say is that I think, in a nutshell, our society is such a very key factors that contribute to the misunderstanding, right?
Exactly. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much for that. And moving on to the next point of the discussion, I think I would like to ask you: can there be too much of education? People sometimes argue that excessive education can distance individuals from practical realities. How can education balance knowledge, wisdom, and practical living so that learning enriches rather than isolates us? Sir, please.
I think that's two questions, right? First one is, can knowledge be too much?
Okay.
And that's number one question, right?
Yes,
And
actually.
how can we balance knowledge and practical
Living.
So let me answer the first one. Knowledge can never be too much.
Yes.
Alright? Because one of the things we must understand is that the world has been evolving. Revolution is happening every time.
Okay.
Alright? About 200-300 years ago, we were in the industrial age.
Definitely.
Right, whereby we have the machines, the physical effort. But in the late 90s into 2000, we are now in the information age, where success and business enterprise now thrive on information technology. Information and technology. Alright? So, if you believe that knowledge is not meant to be continuous, that means in this current time when we are in information age, you will still be practicing industrial age. So you still be doing manual work, you still be doing laboring work. Whereby people now sit down with computer and automate, use digital platform to scale their business. So knowledge has to be continuous because of the evolution that is happening in the world. The continuity, the development, the civilization that is happening. So knowledge has to be continuous so that you will not be obsolete in whatever you are doing. And secondly, balancing the difference between knowledge and practical skill. I think for that, or for us in this part of the world, our education system is also adding to that. Alright? What we kind of do in formal setting box us. You see, you're going to school for like 4 or 5 years and you only do IT, maybe you're going to your final year for 3 months. It's not really practical. It's not really pragmatic. It is not so in the Western world and other part of the world. They go for CS and IT almost every year. It's like they have 2 semesters, one for practical, one for knowledge. Alright, and you know that we say that knowledge education is you having knowledge, transformation. the way knowledge transforms into transformation that helps you is the practical aspect of it.
Okay.
So it sees that we have to now maybe reconstruct our education system. All right, when people are acquiring knowledge, we give them platform to have the practical aspect of it without waiting till future before they practice it.
Definitely.
You know, many of us do so many things. Maybe like you study accountancy, whatever you study, it is in your final year before you go for CS for just 3 months, or when you are done with school you have to start learning it. No, we have to incorporate it into our education system whereby people are learning and they are having practical aspect of it. That is how to balance it. Both of them should go hand in hand, so you will not just have the theoretical aspect but you also have the practical aspect of it.
I think you've really presented us with a lot of insightful, and I really commend you for that. So thank you very much. And throughout today's conversation, we've explored education from many different perspectives: knowledge, character, opportunities, purpose, and transformation. Here is from me, your favorite host, a reflective says before we actually draw the curtain for today. If education is truly transformative, what exactly should it transform? You have to answer that wherever you are: the mind, the character, the behavior, or the whole person. And based on everything we've discussed so far, should education still be regarded as the key to success, or is education better understood as a door whose impact depends on other keys such as character, values, environment, culture, faith, and personal responsibility? Thank you very much for sharing your time, wisdom, thoughtful reflections with us, Mr. John Messi.
Thank you, sir, for having me here.
Today's conversation has reminded us that education is far more than acquiring information or earning certificate. We appreciate your insights, and we hope our listeners leave not only with answers but also with new questions that inspire them to continue learning long after today's program. To everyone listening, we hope today's discussion has challenged you to think beyond certificates and academic titles. True education is not only about what we know, but also how we think, how we treat others, how we solve problems, and how we continue to grow over time throughout our lives. And as the saying goes, education is not the filling of a bucket, but the lighting of a lamp. Whether in the classroom, the workplace, or wherever, every opportunity to learn is an opportunity to become a better version of ourselves. So a special thank you to our guest, Mr. John Messi, for sharing such a valuable insight with us today. Our appreciation also goes to Mr. Oguntuwashi for his support, Omotayo Nofisat for studio assistance, Bukumi Babatola, our deputy continuity announcer, and Adesoye Ajayi, our executive producer. And to you, our wonderful listeners, thank you for spending your time with us today. Until the next time, keep learning, keep asking questions, keep growing, and remember that true education is not reflected on only in what you know, but also in how you live. I am Mogaji Adam Olalekan, and this is Jabu Radio 105.7 FM. Thank you. Bye.